Have you ever experienced this before? That you finished eating a food, but not too long after that, you already feel like eating something else. Sometimes it comes with a feeling of hunger, whereas at other times, your mouth just feels like it wants to munch on something. Well, if you've ever wondered why this happens, you are not alone. There are several reasons why this can happen. It could simply be your body's way of signaling that it wants more food, but it could also be a sign from your body that something is not right within. In this video, we'll be exploring what those various reasons are, so make sure you watch till the end. But first, remember to subscribe to our channel, Nutritna. We bring you scientifically accurate tips on how to maintain and regain your health using the foods you eat. You can check out our previous videos to learn about the health benefits of the foods you love to eat, how they affect your health, and the different foods you should try to avoid. We upload new videos weekly, so turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of the new videos we upload. Let's get back. Hunger is one of our body's main alarm systems, which reminds us that we need to eat. And once the sign of true hunger kicks in, it becomes difficult to concentrate on anything other than the idea of satisfying your appetite. However, there are instances when that sensation of hunger becomes a frequent companion, even when you've recently eaten a meal. In such cases, it may not just be a plea for nourishment, but rather a complex message from your body telling you that there's an underlying imbalance. We'll be sharing 10 possible reasons why this may happen at any point in time. Number 1. You didn't eat enough food to satisfy. This is the first thing you should consider when you feel the urge to eat something else soon after you completed a meal. Sometimes we assume we've had enough, whereas sometimes we force ourselves to eat lesser than what would normally satisfy us, probably as part of a calorie counting regimen or due to dietary restrictions aimed at maintaining our health. But just as mindful eating is commendable, it's also important that you do not deprive yourself to the point where you are always craving more food, as this may lead to overindulging later on. To address this, simply strike a balance between calorie control and satiety by opting for nutrient-dense foods that provide essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber while keeping you full for longer periods. Number 2. You are dehydrated. Well, believe it or not, sometimes what we interpret as hunger might be our body's way of signaling a need for water. This phenomenon occurs because our body's thirst and hunger signals are closely related in the brain. When you are even mildly dehydrated, these signals can become crossed, making you think you need to eat when actually you need to drink. And as we get older, our body loses its ability to detect and communicate dehydration. So instead of our body sending a signal of dehydration, we get the feeling of hunger. And if this signal isn't decoded appropriately, it might lead us to consume unnecessary calories when all we needed was a glass of water. So next time you feel the urge to snack, try drinking a cup of water first, then wait for about 10 minutes and see if that curbs your appetite. But if it doesn't, then the reason for your unrelenting hunger might be number 3. Perhaps you saw or smelled a tasty aroma. Our sense of smell and sight play powerful roles in our relationship with food. Merely seeing a beautifully presented dish or smelling the aroma of a deliciously cooked food can trigger cravings. And this can happen even if we saw or smelled the food unconsciously. And it also happens regardless of whether our bodies are actually hungry. So it's always good to navigate these sensory triggers so as to prevent yourself from overeating when you actually don't need it. To do this, simply become aware of those triggers. Whenever you feel the crave for food after you've eaten, ask yourself whether you are genuinely hungry or if it's a sensory experience that's driving your desire. Then make a conscious decision about how to respond. Number 4. You eat too many refined carbs. We've discussed extensively about refined carbs, which are carbohydrates that have undergone extensive processing that strips them of essential fiber, vitamins, and minerals. If you want to know more about highly processed foods and how dangerous they really are to the body, watch our video using the link above or find the link in the description below. The absence of fiber in refined carbs is a key factor that contributes to persistent hunger, as they do not provide a sense of fullness or satisfaction, leaving you prone to overeating or frequent snacking. Moreover, consuming refined carbs can trigger rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. This can cause your body to release a surge of insulin, which are hormones that rapidly remove sugar from your bloodstream. And this excess surge of insulin can lead to sudden drop in blood sugar level, a condition known as hypoglycemia. Once that happens, your body starts sending signals that it requires more nutrition, thereby intensifying your feelings of hunger. To mitigate the impact of refined carbs on your hunger levels, consider substituting them with nutrient-rich whole foods like vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains. Number 5. You're not eating enough macronutrients. The balance of macronutrients in your diet plays a pivotal role in determining your level of hunger and satiety. Aside carbohydrates, which we've mentioned as number 4, eating inadequate amounts of fat and protein can also cause you to regularly feel like eating. As for fat, it plays a crucial role in promoting a sense of fullness, as it takes a longer duration to digest and remains in your stomach for an extended period. Also, consuming dietary fats can trigger the release of various hormones that promote feelings of fullness. Consequently, if your diet lacks sufficient fat, you may find yourself experiencing frequent hunger pangs. Protein also has inherent hunger-reducing properties, which helps you naturally consume fewer calories throughout the day. When you eat more protein, it increases the production of satiety-inducing hormones while decreasing the level of hunger-stimulating hormones. So, when your diet lacks adequate protein, you may notice heightened feelings of hunger. Number 6. You are stressed. Well, in today's world, can anyone be completely free from stress? Stress comes from many sources like work, personal life, and financial worries. And the technology around us keeps us connected to those stressors, so we are mostly in a state of constant stress. And when you are stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol, which can make you crave more food, often unhealthy ones. Now imagine being in a state of constant stress. Your body would constantly send signals that it needs to be fed, and even after you feed it, it doesn't stop asking for more. Whereas, what your body really needs is not more food, but more rest. Number 7. You are not sleeping enough. I believe you already know that good sleep is a crucial component of good health, so much that inadequate sleep can increase your risk of chronic illnesses. But do you know that inadequate sleep also increases your craving for calorie-rich and sugary foods? When you are sleep deprived, the level of an appetite-stimulating hormone known as ghrelin begins to rise, and this leads to a heightened feeling of hunger. Also, inadequate sleep can disrupt the level of another hormone called leptin, which normally promotes the feelings of fullness, thereby causing you to feel less satisfied after eating. Number 8. You have a medical condition. Sometimes, frequent hunger may be a symptom of disease. Some of the common conditions that cause you to crave food regularly are diabetes, hyperthyroidism, and hypoglycemia. But aside these, frequent hunger could also be a sign of depression and anxiety. So, if you suspect that you may have one of these conditions, it's important to talk with your doctor to receive a proper diagnosis and discuss treatment options. Number 9. You are on certain medications. Another reason you might experience frequent hunger is if you're taking certain medications that stir up your appetite. Examples of such medications include steroids, antidepressants, which are used to treat depression and mood disorders, antipsychotics, which are used to manage conditions like bipolar disorders, and antihistamines. If you've recently started a new medication and you notice the surge in your hunger levels, it's worth discussing with your healthcare provider. Number 10. You exercise a lot. If you're someone who loves eating in the gym or enjoys an active lifestyle, you might find that your appetite is always ready to find the next meal or snack. That's because exercise burns calories. So if you work out frequently and intensely, you'll have a faster metabolism and burn a lot of calories, which can make you hungry from time to time, as your body needs more fuel to recover and repair itself. To maintain a healthy balance, focus on nourishing your body with nutrient-dense foods that provide the energy and nutrients needed to support your active lifestyle. Now, I have a little question for you. Do you frequently feel the urge to eat something, even after you've eaten? Which of the points we listed above do you think could be responsible in your case? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, remember to drop us a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting nutrition tips and tricks. And you can start by watching the videos we have for you here.